Dong. My bad, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Two Dozen Pro. As always, you got your guys Kenny, Ryan, and Brian. We're only doing this episode because you guys keep fucking complaining and getting on our backs. Like, God, where's the next episode? When are you at? We didn't know y'all loved us this much, but since we do know you guys love, we're here.
Yeah,
Brian,
there's not much love in the likes. I'm just saying. So let's get those numbers up if you love us so much.
yeah, the more you like, the more we show up, right? That's kind
Yeah.
of the thing.
Yeah. Let's blame
Anyway.
everyone else.
Yeah, let's blame the fans.
Right, we're blaming the fans. You know what? That's because who else can you blame? You blame.
No, I can't blame each other.
You can't blame each other, bro.
No.
It's not our fault. You know what? I think it was Master P. It ain't my fault. Was that Mystical? Don't worry about
You're
it.
asking the wrong people.
Yeah. Read the room, Kenny.
Oh, Blake Shelton.
But anyway, we're Ryan Brown. What's going on?
Not much,
What's
man.
going, dude?
Playoffs, baby.
Playoffs. Side note: if y'all hear, like, if you guys are not watching the stream and you guys are listening on, on one of the podcast platforms, you hear like noise in the back. I'm in Florida right now, so you might hear some gators. You might hear some geese fucking. This is normal. It's a typical Florida type of thing, right? You never know. You might see a water moccasin slither. Never mind.
Yeah, we thought it looks. I thought that was outside. That was a window behind you.
Nah. That's somebody's backyard. Or this is our backyard, but behind that is.
But that is a window, right?
No, this is a screen.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, screened in. Anyway, that's side note. Nobody cares about that. Let's get straight to it, man. It's playoff time. Big playoffs. Basketball going on right now. Actually, game one of the Western Conference Finals is actually going on right now. Eastern Conference Finals was yesterday. I'm going to go ahead and spoil it. So Boston and the Pacers are in the Eastern Conference Finals. It was actually a better game than most thought that was going to happen with the Pacers in Boston. Boston had a lead, let the Pacers back into it. Pacers either taking the lead, then the Boston came at the end of the game and tied it up. They went in overtime, and the Pacers ended up losing. I'll get to Brian's commentary on that. Before we touch on a little bit deeper on the Pacers and the Boston game, a little bit about the previous rounds. So New York and the Pacers series probably was the best series in my opinion. It was kind of rowdy. I thought it was funny how all the Knicks fans just thought they just had that shit in the bag. I thought it was
choked.
Oh my God. It was so funny hearing like Stephen A and hearing all these people. Yo, y'all don't know. It's gonna be the New York in game 7. It was electrifying atmosphere in the Garden. But the only issue was the Pacers, they shot 72% in the first half.
Yeah.
They beat nobody when they shoot 72%. Like you just can't. So the Pacers went up, I think they were up like 20. The Knicks came back a little bit, not too big, but they came back. I think I got close to like 12 or 10 maybe. And then Jalen Brunson broke his hand, and then at that point in time, it was all lighter fluid. So that happened in that. Boston is just
they haven't been tested yet.
Yeah, they haven't really been tested. That series, that game with Cleveland, it seemed like it was close in the beginning, but then they just did what they do.
That was just a mismatch.
Yeah, I think
do you think this is Boston's series to lose? Like everything?
Yeah.
Right now?
The whole
Oh, yeah, for sure. Nobody's expecting the Pacers to do anything. But I think what Boston's biggest issue, we'll touch on that later. We'll touch on that after because I might have a little thing about Boston. So let me touch on the Western Conference real quick. Western Conference, OKC played against Dallas in a Game 7 series. It was a close. Was it Game 7? 6 games. They did 6 games. Yeah, it was 6 games. They played close.
7 games.
7?
Yeah.
Which one? What are we talking about?
No, it can be 7 because they played at Dallas.
It was 6. It was 4-2.
Yeah, because they played at Dallas. That's what it ended at.
Oh, so, I thought it was in OKC.
Yeah, so Dallas ended up winning that game. PJ Washington hit free throws at the end. They got fouled off a 3. They gave it up. He hit 2 out of 3, I believe. And they won the game there.
That was just OKC's youth. Like, they're a better team.
Yeah.
But they just weren't ready, you know.
It was the lack of experience really showed their part. And I just really think that SGA had a phenomenal series. He just didn't have anybody else to show with him. You know, Chet,
Right.
the previous series, he was there. Isaiah Doe was hitting some shots in the previous series. Jalen Williams was doing a lot better. But this one, Jalen Williams played decent, but they didn't play how they did the previous series.
Yeah.
And then, in my opinion, you know, you have Denver and the Timberwolves, and that was like a little slugfest back and forth. If you look fatality wise at the games, if you were watching the games, they're pretty much blowouts every game, right? I think the first 6 games it was decided somebody lost about 20 plus points.
Well, there was one buzzer beater in there. Jamal Murray got it at the buzzer. I think that was game 3 or 4.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but other than that, it was
It was
blowouts.
blowouts, right? Yeah, that happened. This game 7, was a blowout at first. You know, everybody thought Denver had it. Jamal Murray had a phenomenal first half. He had 20 plus points. And then the Timberwolves just started putting defense on him. Jamal Murray had a bad second half. The Joker tried to do his thing. But really the X factor there, and I'm curious on your take on that, Brian, is Michael Porter was nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
Right. Like Aaron Gordon played decent, and what Aaron Gordon does, right? He plays good defensively, scores some points, gets some rebounds. He had a couple games, he had 20 plus points. But for the most part, like Michael Porter only had like 6 points in multiple games. And
he's their best 3-point shooter, and he shot less than 30% for the playoffs.
I don't know if he's best. He's the most volume 3-point shooter.
Well, he's their best 3-point shooter.
No, Caldwell Pope is for sure his best 3-point shooter. Not even a question.
Where was he then?
He was shooting threes. Go look at the game. Yeah. He just doesn't shoot as much volume as Michael Porter. Michael Porter gets up a lot of shots. Like behind Murray, it's either Murray or Joker, and then it's Michael Porter at number 2. And then either Murray or Joker will be behind him. He takes a lot of shots, but he couldn't hit a damn barn door. So anyway, that ties up, you know, the Western Conference, Eastern Conference. Getting back to Boston, I think Boston, they have enough to win, but their issue is they're inconsistent, and Jaylen Brown is too sometimey, in my opinion. He plays a lot of offense, and his defense hasn't really been good. He has a couple times that he shows up, and he's like, I'm here, and he's like, damn, okay, cool. That's Anthony Edwards-like when he's going to give me both sides of the ball. But a lot of the times he takes off, and I think when you play better talent, like whoever you play in the Western Conference, whether it's Dallas or Minnesota, he has to step up because the guard play is really good. It's way better than what they've faced this far in Eastern Conference.
Yeah, and I mean, you say all that, and Jaylen Brown's probably had his best defensive year of his career so far.
Yeah,
this year.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not disagreeing with that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, is as a whole, I feel like sometimes he falls asleep on defense, and he's just it's kind of boring. But it's like, bro, you're good at defense. You can slide them pups. You're good, right? You're good at defense. You can get stops. You can't. I get it. You got a big contract, but you can't take off on the defensive end, right? You're going against too many guys that got dog in them that are going to play. Like if he has to face against a Kyrie Irving, or you had to guard an Anthony Edwards, like you're gonna have to come with it, bro.
Yeah.
If Minnesota makes it out and you have to go either guard Luka or Kyrie, they're going to expose you if you take off. For sure. And I know they're gonna probably put Jason Tatum on Luka just because of the size.
Yep.
So that means that Jaylen Brown is going to have to guard Kyrie if they guard that. And then you
got Drew Holiday there and D White. They're both good defensive guards. It's not just going to be Jaylen Brown. They're going to do a lot of switching. They're just going to switch a lot.
Yeah, but I'm saying, so Kyrie versus Drew, that's going to be a good matchup if that happens. And then Devin White, I don't want to hear nothing about that. Kyrie will bake his ass up. Like, I get it. He plays good defense against other people. He not with Kyrie. And when they switch with Jaylen Brown, they're going to try to isolate on Jaylen Brown. They're going to, just because Kyrie's been handling the ball so much. But even with that being said, if they don't play them, you still got to play a Minnesota team who is long across the board. Pause. Like the shortest person on their team is doggone Mike Conley.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody else is They got Mike Conley, and they have some other guy that's like 6'2". I was looking at their roster today. Everybody else is 6'5" or taller. Like their starting lineup is.
I mean, Edwards is what 6'3" or 4, 6'4"
he's
tops.
No, he's 6'5". Edwards is.
I don't know
Edwards
about that. He looks small
What?
out there.
No, he does not, bro. Go look at Edwards. Edwards is a tall motherfucker, bro. Go look it up. Like he.
To us, he's tall.
No. If you go watch him, I didn't know he tall. Like when he stands next to Anthony, or what is it? Anthony Towns. When he stands next to him, you'd be like, damn, he looked taller than I thought. Like Anthony Towns is 6'10". And he don't look that much short. It's not like in height. But anyway, Carson Board, that's my take. So we'll see what happens. I think they're going to get challenged to the Pacers though.
The Pacers messed up. They choked out that game. They should have won that game. Usually it's game 2 that Boston chokes. But
you thought they should have won the game?
The Pacers, yeah. They were up 3 with the ball and 10 seconds left. And they threw a turnover. Boston gets the ball. Did the Pacers foul? No. Jaylen Brown hits a 3, ties the game, and then goes into overtime. 2 critical mistakes there at the end of the game. You have to just make one of them, and you win. So that was their game to win, and they didn't do it. So I think now Boston's going to probably smack them in game 2 pretty good. Yeah. I think it's going to be at least a 12-point lead by the end of it.
What about that?
They
had to lead this game, and Boston gave it up.
I know, but
what's the
now
difference?
they know. Now Boston knows. Like it's going to be different. Trust me.
But guess what? Then game 2 versus Miami. Guess what they did? They lost, right?
I understand.
Game 2 versus Cleveland.
But look at the game 1. What I'm saying is they have one blowout at home and then they lose the other one. This I'm saying is the game that the Pacers should have won. They didn't. Boston's gonna blow them out next game.
So you think they learn from their mistakes?
Yeah, I think Boston's gonna be up 2-0, comfortable lead going to Indy. Now we'll see what happens in Indy. Can Indy take care of home court? I mean, maybe we'll see.
Wait, why do you think they'll win? They'll go up 2-0?
Because in the first 2 games of every series, they've smacked a team in one of the games, and then they lost the other one.
They lost the second game in both series.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But he's saying now they learned their lesson and they're going to show up.
Yeah.
I don't think that.
But wouldn't that be your argument of they learned their lesson to not do that last game and then they didn't? Like, why now will they learn their lesson?
That's my
because
question.
Why did they learn after the first time?
Because they didn't blow out the Pacers. When they blow out a team, they get in their heads like they're the best ever, and then they get complacent. That's the problem with this team. But they barely escaped with a win, so they're not going to get complacent now.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
I don't know.
I'm going to be hitting that spread.
I'm telling you right now, the Pacers matched their intensity pretty well. The
Pacers shot the ball really well. The last 3 games the Pacers have had,
bro,
they've been shooting the ball over 60%.
Bro, they are the doggone number 1 or number 2 team in the NBA in points scored.
They're number 2, yeah.
The
Celtics are number 1.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that most teams do not have the guard play to compete with the Celtics. They don't have the depth. The Pacers do. They have depth at the guard position. They have like 4 or 5 guards that can play.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Is game 2 home or away?
Home.
It's
For
home.
the Celtics.
Weren't those 2 games? Those other 2 series were both home too, right? The ones they lost.
Both, but Brian said they learned, bro.
They learned.
He said this is different. This is different.
It is.
Well, it's his team.
So he's biased.
Maybe he has inside information.
I'm pretty reasonable with my teams.
I don't know about that.
I am. Maybe a little optimistic with the Patriots the last year or 2, but other than that,
Are you a fan yet? Are you a fan yet?
I'm not a Patriots fan anymore. I'm a NFL fan. I told you guys that.
Well, they definitely have guard play, bro. I have to look at it. They have guard play.
They got Halliburton and McConnell, and they got
Halliburton,
Neesmith.
McConnell, Naismith. They have Mathurin. They have doggone Nimberhard. They have
Nembhard. He's not going to have a good series. Just because he's smaller and Boston's length will bother him.
He's 6'4".
He don't look it. He looks tiny out
Bro,
there,
you
man.
gotta stop with that. The only person that don't look
bro 6'4" my ass. He's probably like 6'1" with lifts on.
TJ McConnell is 6'1", bro. TJ McConnell is 6'1". You gotta stop that. He don't look like it. You gotta stop that. How tall you think the Pacers? I mean, the Celtics are.
What do you mean?
Like you making it seem like the Celtics just got a tall roster.
They do, other than White and Pritchard and Drew. Those are the 3 point guards. After that, everybody's 6'5" or taller.
6'4", 6'4", 6'1", 6'1".
Springer, Holidays, 6'4".
Who's Springer?
I'm just reading your roster.
Derek White. Yeah, Derek
44.
White. Drew Holiday. J.D. Davidson. He hasn't really played though. He don't play. Peyton Pritchard.
And Pritchard got a little bit exposed in that game. They had to switch him out a little bit.
A little bit exposed. He don't play defense. You like the rest of the team.
He does play defense. He's just small. You can't teach height.
You talking about he does play defense? He's just small. Get out of here. He did not play defense, bro.
Okay.
Peyton Pritchard has never been known as a defense. When he was at Oregon, bro, all he did was score the ball. He never been known to play defense. Stop.
I mean, the Pacers have more players that are 6'5" or above.
Ryan, you're talking to Brian.
I'm talking about people that actually play, Ryan.
Now he's going.
I'm not talking about these guys that came up from the G League because they expand the rosters for the playoffs.
I'm just saying, there's only 3 players that aren't 6'5" or above. Just say 6'6".
Who?
That's better. I'm just saying.
I don't trust all these heights. I'm telling you, man. Nembhard looks small out there.
I don't.
Now there are no 7-footers. The tallest guy they got is the 6'11" dude, Miles Turner.
Yeah.
Is it?
And Siakam's what, like 6'10" maybe, or 6'9"?
6'9".
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's the thing. The Celtics are missing Porzingis too, which kind of sucks. But
we don't care.
Cornette out there, man. He corn boy fucking Cornette, man. He got exposed.
Cornette is garbage.
Yeah, Miles Turner was
cooking his ass. That
was one of my favorite bets of the night, though, was Miles Turner's points, because I was like, nobody's going to be there to check him. Even Al Horford, I mean, he's not the same player he used to be.
Al Horford can't do nothing but go in the corner and shoot a 3.
Does all right doing that, though.
He do that. He definitely do that. Anyway, I took enough time, bro. I'm done. NBA's been good. Hey, for all you college football fans, NCAA 25 is going to be dope. I cannot wait for that shit. And I'm not even a video.
They're not going to have it for crossplay.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's what I've heard.
Is this an EA game?
Yes.
Yep.
They already have crossplay with soccer, and they do it for Madden now.
That might be capped right now. I wouldn't say that.
They might have it eventually, but they don't have it right now.
Bro. That's fucked up.
Yeah, we all better get a PS5 card there.
Anyways.
Yeah, that's all.
We also have playoff hockey.
Yeah, talk about that.
Right now, the conference finals just started. We have the Rangers playing the Panthers, Florida Panthers.
They're down right now.
Who are the Rangers?
Panthers. 1-0.
Panthers are up 1-0.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not watching that live. I'm watching the basketball game. But yeah, so the Rangers, they swept the first series that they played. I think it was Washington. That was easy for them. And then they were up 3-0 on Carolina, and then Carolina pushed it to game 6. And then finally the Rangers took care of business. But that was starting to get a little sweaty for them. And then now they're playing the Panthers. I think the Rangers are the best team on paper in the playoffs right now. But we'll see if they can beat the Panthers. Panthers are gritty team, man. They beat Boston. They always beat Boston. I told you all Boston's going to fold. They did. They tried to fold in the first round.
Don't say that. You did not say that. I wish we had one of our producers come and
talking about. I always say Boston folds in the playoffs.
Boston was going to fold. You did not this year. You didn't say this year. That was last year. You said that.
No,
this year you did not say that.
Well, no. I said they probably beat the first. They play the first round and beat them because it was Toronto who chokes against everyone. That's Toronto. Toronto habitually chokes in the playoffs. That's the only reason why Boston survived. It still went to Game 7. So, yeah. So, anyways, that's all I got on Bruins, man. That team's going in shambles real quick. They're good players getting old.
Let's talk about baby Gretzky.
Hockey seems pretty chalk.
Why do you say that?
Well, because it's all 1 seeds except for the Oilers.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that like the NBA, there's only one seed left.
Yeah, but I don't.
That's unusual for hockey, though. Hockey doesn't normally go chalk. So this is just kind of like an anomaly.
I just think it's crazy how the Panthers was like a trash team last year, and they made a run, and then now this year, like they're the fucking legit.
Yeah.
And now they're the one seed near here.
Well, the Panthers last year weren't really a trash team. They started the year so poorly. They had to battle back to get into the playoffs.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, when they got to the playoffs, everybody was like, oh, no, they can't win. Like, their odds were so low. People were like, they can't win. They don't have enough. Blah, blah, blah. They got lucky to limp in or whatever the case may be.
Yeah. Nobody thought they were beating Boston last year because Boston was on a tear last year. They won the President's Trophy. President's Trophy. Best team in the league. So that was a big upset.
The Canucks-Oilers series was pretty good, too.
Yeah. All you had to do was bet over 5 in that, and you hit every night or pushed. That was crazy. The Oilers were giving up late leads to the Canucks and making the games tighter than they should have been because, like I've always said, the Oilers just don't play very good defense. They play better now than they did, so I'll give them that. But the Oilers are about scoring and getting up big. Because they have so much firepower. Their top 2 lines are ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Recently in the playoffs, they actually moved, what's his name? Nugent. I forget his name. He's normally their second line, like, scorer, but they moved him up to the first line with Draisaitl and Baby Gretzky. And when the 3 of them are out there, it's like magic on ice, dude. If you want to watch hockey and appreciate it, you watch them.
Y'all hear this airplane in the back?
Nope.
Okay, never mind. This I guess the Mac doesn't pick up background sounds, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Because the plane just literally flew over and I felt like that shit was about to crash into the house.
Nice. But yeah, so the Oilers they're playing they're playing Dallas in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Last time we were on the air, we had Dallas versus the Predators, and I think it was Mitch was on. He was hoping for a Game 7. Unfortunately, the Predators could not push it to Game 7. They lost in Game 6. And Dallas took care of who was the next opponent? I don't remember.
They played against Avalanche.
That's right, the Avalanche. So that was a little bit surprising to me, even though I know Dallas is a higher seed, but I thought the Avs were a better team.
Yeah, for sure.
So it was a good series, but Dallas prevailed. And yeah, I think that the Oilers have a real chance, though, because Dallas has just never won anything. Not that the Oilers have, but it's like Dallas has been there before and just they come up short. So I think the Oilers have a real chance here. Some franchises, man, you look at them and you just don't expect them to win, and that's how I feel about Dallas. So I don't know. Anyway, so I foresee it being New York versus the Oilers, but I won't be surprised if Florida makes it again because, like I said, they're a gritty team. They're going to fight every game, and they'll be in it till the end. So they're going to play tight. That's all I got for
you. What about baseball? I just want to. What's your prediction on Oakland every year? You always predict a really low. So they got 20 wins already.
I predicted them under 60 wins this year.
I don't know.
I don't think that's going to happen now unless
they've been playing a lot better.
I don't understand it because they really are not good.
No. But the difference is last year with a lot of the young guys playing, coming up and flip flopping, they kind of learned how to just deal with just having their backs against the walls. Their bats have been a lot better this year than last year. Like last year, they didn't put up a lot of runs, and this year they're putting up way more runs. And a lot of people have kind of been sleeping when they play against them, right? Like they go against the Athletics, and people are like, whatever, this is kind of a cookie run game. Like we're gonna beat them, and that hasn't been the case. So I don't know.
Yeah, the shit team this year has been Miami. They just traded their best player, Luis Arraez, to the Padres. They're basically tanking. I'm not sure what they're doing, what Derek Jeter's doing down there with that franchise, but it's not looking real good for them.
I say all that with
they're 7-3 of the last 10.
Who, Miami?
Yeah,
I say that with.
They've only got 17 wins, so
I know it's just interesting.
Yeah, but you saying they only have 17 wins, as if they have 17 wins. The worst team is definitely the White Sox. The White Sox are dog water.
Well, they've only got 2 fewer wins.
Yeah, but half their team is fucking injured. Like those, they can't do a damn thing. And then behind them,
the White Sox it's weird because they have good hitters when they're healthy.
They're injured. Yeah. And the Colorado Rockies, I thought their bat's been going. They have a lot of runs in those games.
They have no pitching.
They got 15 wins too. They can't pitch for shit.
Yeah. Well, and it's their home field is just a home run waiting to happen. So
it is. It's a home run derby.
Yeah.
You take like their run total is like 10.5, 11. You'd be like, man, it'd be the Athletics versus them. You're like, bro, these
like most run totals are like 7.5 or 8.5.
They're like 8.5 to 9.
But anytime it's in Colorado, it's 10, 11.
And at the least.
Yeah.
The Reds, the Reds has disappointed me a lot.
I know, but I don't know. They play good sometimes, but then other times they just look like trash.
They have disappointed me a lot, bro. Like watching them play. I don't know.
Big surprise.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say if you want to continue with the Reds, go ahead.
No, I was about to say I don't know who's the worst disappointment, them or the Mets.
Well, the Mets is just a disappointment because they spend so much damn money and then they suck still.
God, Lee. Owen is up there like about to rip his nails off. Like, bro, I'm burning a hole in my pocket. He's like, I'm hoping Nvidia runs through the roof.
Nowadays, money doesn't fix everything with baseball.
Oh, it don't.
With that being said, though, the Yankees are number 1 in the East, so we'll give them their flowers.
Why do you think that is?
I mean, they have a pretty good lineup, and Volpe, he's a young bat that has been hitting the hell out of the ball.
Hitting, and I don't care what anybody says. Juan Soto being on our team makes a complete difference.
For sure. Because they can't pitch around Judge. And Stanton's actually been playing a little bit better this year. He still strikes out a ton, but I think his average is a little bit better than last year.
His strikeout total, though, it's Aaron Judge is actually at strikeouts, which is surprising.
Aaron Judge has started to strike out a lot.
Yeah, and so the only thing is the on-base percentage for Aaron Judge is way better, but they're like very similar across the board.
Yeah.
But I do like Volpe. Volpe is, I like him.
Yep.
The pitch is better.
So one team that's surprising me, Cleveland Guardians.
Yeah.
They're 33-17. It's one of the best records in baseball.
Yep.
Wow. That's all I gotta say because their lineup, if you look at it from top to bottom, not really anything special. But they just put together runs at the right time. Or put together hits at the right time to produce runs. So timely hitting. Their pitch has been solid. They look like the team to beat in the Central.
I don't know, bro.
What?
The team to me is the Royals.
The Royals have the better pitching for sure.
They do have the better pitcher for sure, but the Royals kind of have this kind of aura over them, like they suck, right? Like they haven't really been good since like Greinke years back, right? Like when they went on a little run when they got close to the World Series, but it's like Well, went to the World Series actually, but I actually like watching them.
Yeah.
Like it's weird. Like
they're a good team.
I like betting on them and I like watching them. And they're like really sneaky. They're like really sneaky. I dislike the Rangers with a passion. I will tell you that. I'm putting that out there. I hate them.
The Rangers have been a little disappointing this year so far. They're playing average baseball.
It's like they don't want to be there.
But even worse than them is the Astros. The Astros are just god awful, man.
They just give up a lot. They're fucking closers.
Yeah. Well, also not only that, but their hitters are not hitting well. Like Altuve's still doing his thing. He's batting like 293 right now. But Bregman is batting like 209 or 219, something real low. What's his name?
Alvarez hasn't done anything.
Jordan, yeah, his average has dropped a lot since last year, but I mean, he's still producing power. Kyle Tucker's still producing, but there's something wrong with that team.
Bregman at 209 is horseshit. And you got to think about Altuve at 291. It's decent, but for his stats, he's not getting no home runs.
Well, he's not getting home runs. They don't bang the trash cans anymore, so.
Bing, 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 bing. Like you got to think about but you think he might be reaching his peak, bro. He might just be downturning.
Don't say he fell off a cliff. Don't say that about athletes. They seem to turn it on if you say that.
Okay, he fell off a cliff. Think about it. So he went from 2016. He had 24. Then he
That's
dropped.
When they were cheating.
Yep. And then 2018 he had 13 home runs. Then that was 2019 came back. He had 31 home runs. Got hurt in 2020, or that's Kobe year. He had 31 against in 2021. 2022 he had 28, and then 23 he has 17, and then right now he has 9.
Well, 9 so far is not bad. He's on pace for probably 25.
Yeah, but if you think about it, he played 90 games last year, or he played 90 games last year, and he had 17.
Did you say COVID year?
Yeah, the COVID year was shortened.
I thought you said Kobe year. Both are the same, but sorry.
Oh, I'm done, bro.
No. One's more explosive than the other.
I'm all right.
Just kidding, Kenny.
Don't worry, we had no viewers during that time.
Let's see. National League, Philly is leading the way, which is surprising. Atlanta has not been playing as well as they normally do, but they're still playing quite well. They're well above 500. They'll be a playoff team regardless. And then the Dodgers just doing their thing. One of the best records in baseball again. Let's see.
I got to give the credit to Shohei.
Yeah, he's been performing despite all the talk around him.
Yeah, he's worth the money. I would say that.
Oh, 100% he's worth the money.
Yeah. And he's not
and he needs it because he got paid for his gambling habits. So
it's not his gambling habits.
Allegedly. Yeah. Oh, and real quick, Mike Trout, I think, is hurt again. Shocker.
He's done.
But I know. It's such a disappointing way to end your career. The backside of his career has just been injuries.
He can't stay healthy, bro. Yeah, it's funny because, normally when people get that label of, oh, my God, he might be one of the best players ever to do it, they fucking tank after.
Yeah.
It was kind of similar with Alex Rodriguez. Like, A-Rod, they were like, oh, my God. When he was at the Rangers, they're like, oh, my God, he's going to be one of the best players. And then he goes to fucking the Yankees, had a couple years there, and then everybody's like, oh, he's on steroids.
Well, I mean, he was on steroids, Kenny.
He was.
It's just that is what it is. I mean, he's from that era.
Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
Mark McGwire.
Allegedly.
No, the one person that you can kind of assimilate like Mike Trout with is Ken Griffey Jr. Okay, if Griffey Jr. had been healthy his entire career,
it's been a wrap.
All the records, all of them. He still hit over 600 home runs, and he got hurt all the time at the back end of his career. So, yeah, the guy was That guy, I think, is probably one of my top 5 greatest of all time, even though he doesn't have the stats. But I just look at what he could have been.
That's how I feel about Bo.
His career was just too short.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, that hip after that hip happened, it was over, bro.
I know.
Especially back then, for him to even like people, that's like take him around the back, get him out of there. Like
most people, that would have been the end.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's all I got for baseball.
I think we did. I think we recapped that really well, bro. That was good. We touched on some stuff.
Yeah,
you guys are great.
You got any football stuff going on?
I mean, the schedule release, it's kind of a big deal sometimes. I mean, if you're trying to go to games this year, we got to look at the schedule and see what games we're going to go to.
Rodgers tear his Achilles again and go to the first game.
Hey, I'm down. Hey, so I thought this was interesting. This year, there are a lot of teams on bye late in the season. So, I mean, there's 4 teams. Bye week start week 5. 4 teams on bye week 5. 4 teams week 6. Week 7, there's only 2 teams. Then every team plays week 8 for some reason. Week 9, 2 teams. 4 teams week 10. 11. Week 11, there's 4 teams. And then look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 week 12. And then 6 week 14. That's 12 teams in like a 2-week span. Well,
basically,
there's week 13 is
Thanksgiving, probably.
Thanksgiving, yeah. So all teams play. But that's big for if you're playing fantasy football this year. It's something you're going to want to, if you're trying to make a late run into the playoffs. That's the week before playoffs right there. Week 14. 6 teams are on bye.
You could definitely do it.
Yeah, you're going to be starting some studs. Well, because that's Baltimore, the Broncos, Houston, Colts, Patriots. So all your offensive players basically gone.
Baltimore and Houston, I can see that.
Colts are fringe like playoff teams.
So. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, Anthony Richardson might be a big player for some teams.
We'll see, man.
Drake May,
he's actually looking pretty good right now.
Who?
Anthony Richardson is.
Yeah, he does.
He just needs to stay healthy.
Did you see that video I sent you, Brian? Where it was the Patriots quarterbacks doing that drill, and they Drake May didn't even finish it, and then what's his name, Milton tripped over the hurdle.
I wouldn't put too much stock into footwork.
No, it just was fun. It was just funny because they were posting it like it was look at the accuracy because they hit the.
I don't think they were posting it for anything. They're just posting it to post that. Here's our 2 rookie quarterbacks working out.
I have a controversial statement for you, Brian.
What's that?
Joe Milton probably be better than Drake May.
He could be. We'll see. But Joe Milton's 26?
I don't know how old he is.
He's pretty old. I mean, he's probably 23, 24. But
I don't know, 26. It's hard though with the COVID year shit. You never know how old these dudes is.
I know. I think he was one of them 6-year seniors though.
No, I didn't think he is for sure. He's 24. He was born in 2000. That's crazy.
Miami at the end of the season, they play the Jets in New York. If that's a cold weather game and Miami's trying to get in the playoffs, it's gonna be a rough game for them. Miami and New York, week 18.
Yeah, that could decide a playoff fate for one of those teams.
Some Jets games.
Oh, look here. If I just looked up random stats about the schedule, so the Chargers have the longest trip to New England. They're the ones taking the longest flight, or they're the longest trip total.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Miami.
That's longer than going to the UK?
Well, no. So this is terms of flight mileage this year that the Chargers are 26,803 miles.
Well, that makes sense.
And their longest trip is to New England. Miami is the second longest. Their longest trip is to Seattle. The Patriots are 4th, and you guys are going to London. And the 49ers are 5th, and their longest trip is to Miami. So it's mostly the East Coast or West Coast teams.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way it is every year, though. If you think about it, most of the teams are on the East Coast or the center of the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
You know, most of them are east of the Mississippi. Let's put it that way.
I'm surprised Philly's not on there because aren't they going to Brazil?
But that's
one trip. The rest,
right.
half their games is in the fucking NFC East.
Right.
New York, DC,
and then Dallas. But
yeah, but that's not even playing by nothing. They NFC East, you play 15 games against each other, and then you play 3 games against other people. Bums.
Yeah.
Hey, so with that being said, do you guys have any front runners or who y'all think? First of all, I'm curious on y'all take in the draft. Who should go in the dynasty draft? Who should go 1, 2, 3 in your opinion?
What setup is it?
Yeah, what kind of format? What'd you say?
Double quarterback.
2 quarterback?
2 quarterback system or league.
So I mean, if it's a complete redraft, if it's just a rookie draft, it depends on your team.
But I'm saying in your opinion. I'm just talking about overall, right? Like,
right. Yeah, I'm just saying it depends on your team.
I'm asking you, and I say I'm saying overall.
Okay, if I already have 2 solid quarterbacks, I'm taking Marvin Harrison Jr. number 1. Regardless.
Yeah.
If I'm in dire need for a quarterback, if I need a starting quarterback, I'm taking Caleb Williams.
I think I take Caleb Williams even if I'm kind of set at quarterback. Even if I'm set at quarterback, just because you don't. I think he's such a sure thing with that offense that the player he is. You like say you have Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes. You take Caleb Williams.
I wouldn't.
I would 100% take Caleb Williams, or trade out of the first. You don't need it.
I would just take Marvin Harrison Jr. because he is a for sure Hall of Famer.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep. 100%.
I was saying that, but first of all, he is a route technician. I'm not gonna say that. He can catch the ball. He has the pedigree. He's not fast, bro.
You don't have to be.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. This ain't the old NFL. This ain't the Larry Fitzgerald NFL where you can go ahead and run the routes and get like this ain't D-Hop.
So CeeDee Lamb's fast?
What? CeeDee Lamb run 4.4? He don't run 4.6?
Oh, come on. Marvin Harrison Jr. plays faster than his 40 time. Get out of here.
Does he really though? How do we actually know that? Have we seen him catch the ball and separate from someone?
I'm just saying I wouldn't put everything in all your stock into a 40 time.
I'm not putting in 40 time. I'm putting in explosiveness. I'm putting in as guys get older, guess what they do first? They slow down. If I'm already slow and then I'm out here trying to run routes and I'm already slow, it's like
how fast do you think Davante Adams is? That's what I compare him to. I compare him to someone like Davante Adams. Like Davante Adams is not fast to me.
What?
How fast do you think Davante Adams is?
Davante Adams be pulling off on shit. He run 4.5. He don't run 4.64. I know that.
Is that he ran a 4.56?
Who?
Davante Adams.
That's what I say. He run 4.5.
Okay.
What did Marvin Harrison run?
Run 4.6.
Is that
confirmed or is that just a Kenny stat?
It says he ran a 4.46.
Oh,
maybe you had 4.64.
Yeah, you dyslexic over here. Now, granted, almost everyone runs a 4.4 nowadays. I'll give you that.
Yeah, but that was in high school. But like, here's the thing: he didn't run one.
Yeah, why would he? Doesn't need to.
It could only hurt his stock, but
and you know this as well as anyone knows, Kenny, that some of your 40-yard time is just based on your motion, how you run it. It's not even about speed sometimes.
It doesn't matter. Kenny likes to be contrarian.
Yes,
No,
everyone's on.
No.
Everyone is on Jonathan Taylor. I'm off. Everyone is on
Bijan.
McCaffrey. I'm off. Like Bijan, I'm off.
Listen. I'm not saying Marvin Harrison's not going to be good. I just don't think he's going to be the top receiver in this class. I have grown fond to liking Malik Neighbors a lot. I've kind of paid attention more. I'm like, dog, when I look at him, because he could just do more, dog. He could just do more as far as like he's super twitchy, and guys that are super twitchy in the NFL, it's hard to fucking cover them.
I mean, that's fine. Who's in a better situation?
That's the argument. The argument is that the floor is going to be higher for Marvin Harrison, but I agree with Kenny that the ceiling, like you're going to have blow-up games from Malik Neighbors because he's going to catch a 5-yard slant and take it to the house for 75 and have like 2 of those in a game. Like he's going to have games where, Marvin Harrison's going to be like steady Eddie.
He's going to be DeAndre Hopkins. He's going to be DeAndre Hopkins.
Is there something wrong with DeAndre Hopkins now?
Now.
I'm talking about DeAndre Hopkins now. I ain't talking about DeAndre Hopkins from Houston. Like,
you know who's going to feels like DeAndre Hopkins now? For some reason? Diggs. He just seems like that going into.
He is. That's him for sure.
Yeah.
But only the reason why I'm saying is Kyler Murray, bro. Y'all know how I feel about Kyler Murray.
I know.
He's a fucking me guy.
But who was throwing the ball to Marvin Harrison in college? Nobody special. So we already have seen him with mediocre quarterback play. I'm just saying Marvin Harrison is still going to get his targets.
First of all, you're tripping because he has CJ Stroud. You're tripping. Don't let last year fool you.
Okay.
Don't let last year fool you.
Last year Marvin Harrison Jr. is the top wideout in this country with Kyle McCord throwing the ball.
He was a top wideout in the country because people had him projected as number one. His numbers wasn't the best in the country. Malik Neighbors shit was the best in the country. What I'm saying is that Kyler Murray is a me guy, and just how everybody thought that D-Hop was going to cook because he had Kyler Murray, guess what D-Hop didn't get? Any love. He got jump balls here and there, but for the most part, Kyler Murray's like, bro, it's about me. And I don't think that has changed. I don't like nothing has changed.
I mean, you also got to remember that Kingsbury was the offensive coordinator,
which is a more pass offense.
I know, but we talked about that whenever they were playing. Like what they did with D-Hop was like all of his routes were like 4 to 5 yards from the line of scrimmage and get rid of the ball. So,
bro,
we'll see.
D-Hop was not like that either. Like, never mind. We'll talk about that offline.
I mean, he also didn't do great when he went to Tennessee. So, D-Hop. But I think to answer your question, you said top 3.
Yes.
I am taking Caleb Williams no matter what, more than likely, or trying to trade that pick in order to move back a little bit.
I have the number
because I agree, Kenny. I'm willing to miss out on Marvin Harrison Jr. and getting someone like Malik Neighbors and picking up more capital, or
and you still got the chance of getting like Mitchell. You got the chance of getting Franklin. There's some guys that dropped down in the draft that I was like, these dudes are some good players, dog. Like these some good players, and I don't know. Even
don't sleep on Coleman.
Coleman, that's what I'm saying. Even Coleman and with Josh Allen, like he's just a big tight end to be honest with you because he's slow. That's who I got. 4.6. He run 4.6. He's slow. But
what you have to remember is that the Bills traded out of the first round, and they went into the second round. Do you think they didn't call Josh Allen and be like, what receiver do you want to sit? Like,
I watched the joint. Josh Allen said, I want Coleman. That's what I want.
Yeah. So like, that's what I'm saying. Like, typically when that happens, and I put a lot of stock in that when reports like that come out. That's why I was big on like Tank Dell, because if a quarterback is asking for and putting his name on the line for a player that he wants to come in and play, even if they're not great, he's going to get them the ball. And there's no depth chart. There ain't no depth chart there.
Hey, Delphine in Houston was just like Tavon Austin's. It was highlight at the highlight. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah. Hey, fun stat, because I read it on a report one day. Where do you think the Jets fall in most wins in the AFC East?
Like, you talking about for the year?
No, just like all time.
Wait, what?
Where do you think the Jets fall in wins, like winning percentage, in the AFC East?
Probably like number 2.
They might be number 1.
Probably because they had years that they were really good.
Yeah.
They're last.
Nope. You are correct. They are last.
That's surprising.
Who's number 1?
Miami, then New England, then Buffalo, then the Colts, and then the Jets.
You gotta think about it. They were like errors, right? So you got the Marino error. It makes sense. You got Tom Brady.
That's winning percentage. So
Buffalo in the 90s was
Buffalo in the 90s was, with Jim Kelly.
Yeah.
So,
but it's just funny because like the Colts used to be in the AFC East.
The Baltimore Colts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they used to be in the AFC East, but their winning percentage is still better than what the Jets were.
Oh, winning percentage.
Yeah.
So okay, gotcha.
But Miami's still ahead.
Yeah. Miami was the best team in that division for a long time. Because not only when Marino was there, but before that, in the 70s, they were dominating. So, and the Patriots were a laughing stock until the 90s. So,
to the 2000s.
The 90s. They went to their first Super Bowl in 96, I think.
Were you sure about that?
Well, they're with Drew Bledsoe, I'm talking. Yes, they went against the Bears in 85 and got the doors blown off, but they never should have been there anyways.
Okay.
But yeah, they played the Packers. Lost to Brett Favre.
Okay.
I got nothing else. David Johnson retired, and I thought he did retire, but I guess
he officially retired.
All 2 seasons of good David Johnson, and then his injury kind of just ruined him. He was done after that. But he was great if you had him those 2 years.
Yeah, he's part of the reason why teams devalue running backs, because they can be great, and then next minute they're not.
I don't know. I don't know what happened to him. I think that hand injury had an effect on his mental as well. I think he kind of lost it.
Well, didn't he do something to his legs? Was it his legs? I thought he had a leg problem.
An ankle, maybe? But I thought the biggest thing I saw was the hand. Did he do something? He had an ankle sprain, maybe? I don't think he broke a leg or nothing like that. The only person I know from Houston that did something was Arian Foster.
He tore his Achilles, right?
Yep.
Yeah. He had an MCL sprain in 2017, hand and dislocated finger in 2016, hand and wrist injury.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, he had nothing crazy. Like
all hands.
It was hands and he had an MCL sprain, grade 2.
Which, I mean, that's not
that was in 2017. So that's the one that ended his season.
The MCL sprain, he's just a pussy.
You just had to hit the B button more often, Right, Kenny?
Bro. Fuck out of here.
That spin move's gonna live on in infamy, man.
Dude, he was slow.
It's just trash.
Huh? Who? David Johnson?
David Johnson, after he came back from injury. I remember watching him in, I think it was like a Houston, when he was trying to get to the outside, and it looked sad. We were like, what is this guy doing?
Yeah. He played at North Illinois.
That's why I thought it was his legs that went, but maybe he just got old quick. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a good basketball game, by the way. It's tied up right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he's from Memphis.
Man, I got nothing else. It looks like Rashee Rice is they're not going to press charges. The fight, not the car accident. I don't know what's happening with that.
His lawyer better pony up.
Yeah.
But he's in Dallas though. He got a good lawyer. You know, Dallas always got some good lawyers. Cartel, oil money. Like you can find somebody.
Yeah. I hope he's not impacted on the field. That's all.
It doesn't matter. They got Marquise Brown now, so
yeah. But I got him in fantasy, so
yeah, it doesn't matter. They throwing into Marquise Brown. All they keep showing is how they're throwing the deep to Marquise Brown.
No, Rashee Rice has a place there.
Where?
Oh, you can't just say like in that offense.
Yeah.
Like he's
no. I'm not saying he just has no place. I know that
he's gonna be one of their chain movers.
Tank Dell, nothing can stop him. Gunshots, broken fibula, nothing. He's back in practice, running routes.
gunshot.
Good.
Yeah, he got shot.
Yeah,
in the offseason.
he got shot in the offseason.
Tank Dell.
Yeah,
3 weeks ago. Yeah, he got shot. I mean, they reported that it was minor injury, so I don't know if he got like grazed or what. Like they didn't post pictures, but he got shot.
He got shot at a private event in Florida.
Correct. He probably shot himself.
Oh,
He Plaxico burst.
yeah, no. Plaxico actually lost a lot of time on the field for that, right? Because he shot himself good.
Yeah, he got himself good.
It wasn't a grazing bullet.
It's holdout season for everyone, so you're going to see a lot of players and a lot of negotiations being done through not showing up for OTAs. Justin Jefferson, Brandon Ayuk, T. Higgins, players like this. It's mostly wide receivers to be honest.
You know what the 49ers should do? They should just trade either Ayuk or Debo to Cincinnati and get T. Higgins.
If they don't want to pay Ayuk, they're not going to want to pay. It's about them not wanting to pay. That's why they drafted a receiver.
Yeah, I know, but
they don't want to pay the money. They know they don't need to. Shanahan knows he just needs someone to catch the ball, and he's going to run his scheme.
Can I present something?
Yeah, sure. Try.
What's this?
At the bottom, it says present. Hey, Devontae Parker signs with the Eagles.
And then retires.
A couple weeks later, he retires. So he can't cut it.
Yeah, no, he's done, bro. Oh, fucking 80-20.
Yeah.
Never mind, I can't. It won't let me.
Did the league consider Taylor Swift's? Hey, hold up. No, I got you. Boom.
Look at this.
Who's this?
Does that motherfucker not look fast as fuck?
Yeah.
I mean,
oh my!
Who's the camera guy?
it's because he got a shorter stride, so it looks like he's going quicker.
He doesn't really, right?
Now he don't got I don't know if he got a shorter stride. He booking. He's either running or he's just so light that it looked like, oh my god, his shirt is blown in the wind.
I like Tank Dell.
Tank Dell.
Hey, Jared Goff got a big contract extension. He's their guy.
Yeah,
he's their guy.
He fits in that team.
It's like 48 million.
Yeah.
Million?
Yeah, he got a big deal.
That shit was crazy.
I mean, but you know he fits that team because he's willing to hand the ball off. He doesn't care. He doesn't, you know.
But you know what? He's got the attitude. I like Goff.
It's the
I don't know. I like Goff.
He got some 8 Mile in him.
Yeah, he's just.
I like him. I like him because he's predictable. If he's favorite and he's at home, he's gonna blow the team out. He's gonna be great. If he's on the road, he's gonna be a little shaky. They gotta run the ball a lot, and he's awesome. He fits there, but he fits that scheme. They won that trade because they got Goff, and everyone was like, "Oh, Goff is just a throw-in." They're like, "No, this is our quarterback."
They got Goff plus those picks.
And
I don't even remember what they turned into, but was one of them Hutchinson?
I think one of them had to be either Hutchinson or what's his because they had two whenever they picked last year, Jahmyr Gibbs.
Oh yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs. That's right. So it was one of their premier players.
They're gonna be scary though. They locked up. They got locked up Golf. They locked up what's his name, receiver St. Brown.
Yeah.
And St. Brown, I really like how he has a hard hat. Show up to work. I'm quiet. I'm gonna do what I gotta do and cook y'all ass. I like him. So, and you know how I feel about it.
And they draft their players like they do not care what the people say about like their draft picks. They took that middle linebacker. I think it was last year, Campbell. Like no one's taken a
Jack
middle
Campbell.
linebacker no one's taken a linebacker in the first round, let alone like the 18th pick. Like they just do what they want, and it seems like it's working out. Because they needed, what did they need this year? They needed corner help, so they went and got Terrion Arnold this year.
That could be good for them.
And then in the second round, they took the Missouri cornerback, Greg Straw Jr. I think they just loaded up on defense.
Yeah,
they needed to.
Yeah, they needed corner help for sure. They got a lot of young guys. You got a Brian Branch.
You know what?
Around.
Goff broke the playoff streak for this franchise. That's not an easy thing to do.
Yep. Took some losing out of their taste. But
it's one of the things like they got so close to the Super Bowl. You like, damn, if we just get a little bit, we can get it. We can win it. But I'm glad the Force opened that pocketbook because they have been known not to cash anybody out. So I'm glad they did that. Besides Matthew Stafford.
When does we're quite a ways away from preseason, aren't we? Yeah. They just did OTAs now. Is that right?
Damn, you're right. The Lions, they were almost in the fucking Super Bowl. I didn't even realize. Yeah, they should have been. I forget these games.
It was up. Remember,
they were up big, and then they let the gas off a little bit, and they lost. I forgot. Yeah, he didn't just win one game. He won two. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. I got nothing else.
Anyway, we appreciate you guys tapping in. BK bets, it's kind of slow. We're doing our normal. Brian's been doing his normal. I've been getting fucking cooked. So
I've been on a last weekend, man. Last weekend was nice for me.
Isn't that the weekend you went over a grand?
No, that was 3 weeks ago, I think, or something like that. But anyways, I've had 2 really hot weekends in the last month. I'm just saying, all you gotta do is follow on DK bet on the DK under 2 Joes 1 Pro.
That's it.
I just give them out for free. Giving out the picks for free.
Take it while you can, because if we're about to open a Discord and start charging motherfuckers for these picks. Good. Y'all don't want them. Y'all don't want them for free. We're gonna take it to the people on X and let them jump in our Discord for some money. Anyway, don't let me talk too crazy. I'm a little upset that I haven't won anything in a while. But
what's your prediction? Basketball finals.
Timberwolves and Boston.
Okay, you stay in chalk on that.
I think Mavericks is going to win for some reason. I don't know.
I think the Mavs are going to win.
No,
I do.
It's going to be Timberwolves. I really want to say Timberwolves and Pacers, but I don't want to piss you off.
You ain't going to piss me off. You can say whatever you want. You can be wrong all day. It's
Timberwolves going to win the whole thing. It doesn't matter.
No, they ain't.
It's there.
If the Mavs go, they're beating the Celtics.
If the winner's coming out the West, no matter what.
No.
The Celtics is just a placeholder.
No. If the Timberwolves go, I think Celtics win.
Fuck
Mavs. Mavs are going to take them down.
I don't think so.
They outmatched the Mavs. I mean, they outmatched the Celtics.
I'm just telling you what's going to happen. Kenny, you can accept it or not.
Bro, you guys, this is the Celtics year, okay?
No, it's not.
The confidence.
This is Celtics year.
It's a mistake. It's a mistake,
Pacers going to win.
Yeah.
No, they ain't. It's going to be a gentleman's sweep, 4-1 in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Now you're drunk.
But they're not giving them game 2.
But they're not giving them game 2. No, they'll drop one at Indy. Probably game 3.
All right. Well, we'll stay tuned. We'll see what happens there. As always, we appreciate you guys stepping in. Like, subscribe, share it to your family and friends. Get these likes up. Yeah, man. We'll see you guys next week. Good luck
All right, later.
out there. Peace.
Peace.